Hey, welcome back to the homestead. And we're going to work on beefing truck for a little bit. Angela's parents have the boys for a little bit longer, and we were sitting inside just enjoying the quietness of a home and the cool weather, and Angela's like, let's go work on that dump truck. So I said, okay, we'll go work on that dump truck. If you notice, beefing truck is pointing the other way. I took Angela for a ride down the driveway.
It was quite the ride.
It was. The first thing we didn't know is whether or not it would make the turn here at the chicken coop. So I stopped it, put it in reverse to back up a little bit, ended up killing it, and it rolled on through the turn on its own. So glad we were good. That was good. And we got down to the bottom of the hill, turned around fine down there, no problems. Then coming up the hill, she challenged me. She said, "What, is this it? First gear wound out?" And I said, "Well, hang on, we're gonna shift to second." Shift to second, and I killed it on the hill. So we had to stop, start it back up, and keep on going. The whole time this is going on, our neighbors down there are having a pool party for the Memorial Day weekend. So here we are, the absolute most redneck couple ever. You know, trailer on the hill. What's he doing? He's starting his dump truck. Oh, he's driving in his driveway. Oh my gosh. Oh, so we laugh the whole time because we're just a bunch of horrible rednecks apparently.
Yep.
Just out driving their dump truck in the driveway, killing it a couple times.
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day, remember it. Yeah, it's not what it's about. It's not what you're supposed to remember. But anyway, what we are going to do, and the whole purpose of this video, is we're going to get in here and see if we can fix the leak on the hydraulic dump bed pump. Hydraulic pump. So, let's see what we can get into. Is it on?
It is.
Oh, it's on. Alright, so we're under the truck right now, and it's still got the giant blocks holding the bed up, so we're good. We're being safe. There's a plate on this pump, and I'll show you that in just a second. And it looks like the plate is kind of bulged and warped between where the 3 bolts hold it on. It's kind of a triangular shaped thing. So what I'm trying to do first is I got a punch and my hammer. I'm going to try and hammer where it's kind of curved in between the bolts, flat a little bit. And then it looks like these bolts are really loose or backed out a lot. So maybe I'm going to get lucky. Maybe I'm just going to tap this plate flat, tighten the bolts, and it quits leaking. That would be awesome. So that's what I'm going to try. So this is the plate right here, and we've got the 3 bolts. This side here looks pretty good, but the side on my part is bulged out. So I'm going to try and tap it a little bit with my hammer and this punch. Not a whole lot of room. Alright, let's move it some. I'm going to grab a wrench now and see if I can tighten those 3 bolts down real quick. Yeah, they're not tight at all. You're going to get dirty under there. Oh, such a beefing dump truck stuff will fall on you. Do you want my specialized mat called cardboard to lay on?
Yeah.
Alright, hang on. Matt was busy, so here's his cousin tarp. There you go. I wish I could turn the camera and see you down there working on the truck. There you go. Nope. This one.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. It won't fit. There you go.
So I can do a whole quarter turn.
That's better than what I was doing.
You want it tight?
Tight, but not crazy tight. Just in case. I don't want to strip the threads out.
pretty tight.
Let me see. We should be able to go a little bit tighter. The good thing about this is it is all steel, at least. It's no finicky aluminum junk. Any major gaps on the bottom that you can see?
No.
Yeah, it's really closing the gap up top up here.
Oh, it's squeezing the stuff out of the other side.
Hey, there's a wrench for you. Gosh, I hope that was it. Hopefully they just backed out over time and the guy just figured it needed redone.
That's as tight as it needs to go. Yeah, that's as far as it needs to go.
Okay. Alright, well come on out and I'll start the truck up and we'll run this pump and see if it leaks anymore. Seriously? And it is turning? I don't think the bed will go up anymore. We back up a little bit. Let me try and raise it. I think we maxed out the fluid. Moving?
No.
Alright. That's about awesome, isn't it? So, tighten up the plate. Angela crawled under there. She gets all the credit for that part. Tightened it up, and it doesn't drip. So, thank you, Lord. That is so cool. Talk about the world's most easy fix ever. Right here at it. A little bit of, dirt time. Awesome. So, next thing to do is pull off the drain plug of the cylinder. Angela's going to run down to my workshop and get me a transfer pump that I bought that moves fluid from one area to another. A little pump. You guys will see it in a second. And we're going to try and fill up the reservoir for this thing. So I've got hydraulic fluid. This was in the truck. The guy gave it to me with it, so it's what came with it. And my plan with that is I'm going to take this multi-use transfer pump I got from Harbor Freight and pump it from there into the cylinder, which I'll show you guys that here in just a second, and put the hoses in there and just should work, I hope. That'll save me from having to crawl really far in there where the bed's hinge and everything to fill it up somehow.
Yeah.
So I got the drain plug loosened with this 5/8 inch wrench. I'm going to go ahead and remove it the rest of the way by hand. I'm going to zoom in and see that real quick. It's right there where my finger's pointing to it. So I'm going to take it out and I'm going to stick one end of the hose into there. And that fills up this giant cylinder, which is the reservoir in this system. Make sure I put the out hose correctly. And the in hose. Pull it off the bottom a little bit. I'm watching the fluid sight line on this to see if it's moving. I don't see anything moving yet. In, out, okay. I don't think it has to be lower. Oh, okay. Wow! Oh gosh. How did I not get covered? Hold on. Shh. Okay.
It's a blessing.
Yeah. Shush. Okay, let's
Not that one.
do this a little bit slower. Yeah, there we go. It's going now.
The driveway didn't have enough.
I was afraid those rocks might rust. It's not that much, to be honest. Alright, this pump is cool. Well worth the $7 or $8. If nothing else, just out of convenience.
How much you gonna put in?
Until I see it pour out the drain tube is what I plan for. So, see you guys when we get to that point. Well, the gallon is gone, but nothing ever came out of the cylinder. So I'm going to put the cap back on it. Let's see if we can raise this bed a little bit more. I hope and expect that it will a little bit. Okie dokie. If you want to stay here while I start it up and try it, that's fine. It'll be pretty safe. Just don't get underneath it at all in case it, for whatever reason, falls down. I like you. I don't want you to die. I have to watch the kids by myself. So it's running and everything, but it's not moving. What I'm wondering is, when I read the manual, they say to cycle it. I almost wonder if I need to let the bed down and then start going up. I don't want to do that though, because what if it doesn't go back up? I'm gonna try working the handle a few times. So I think what I want to do, before I try removing any blocks, I want to go to the store and get more hydraulic fluid and just fill that cylinder until it squirts out the back. Then try it. If nothing, then I'll get the blocks out and try the full cycle. But I might as well try and get as much fluid in there as I can first. Alright, day 2. We just got back from the store. I picked up 2 gallons of hydraulic oil, or hydraulic fluid. I'm going to do the same operation, pump as much of it into the cylinder as either the cylinder will hold or as the jug has. We'll see. So we actually had enough fluid to fill up the cylinder. Thank goodness. I just put the plug back in it. Now to start the truck up and see if this thing moves. Again, if it doesn't, what I'm going to do then is knock these blocks out, let the bed all the way down, and then see if it goes all the way up. So, here goes nothing. Okay, hang on. Rolling?
Yeah.
We need to move the element. Those tires might fly off the back and smash the car. Elijah, go grab the elephant key. Yeah, that's about the last thing I want to do is be like, yay, sweet, great, and just dump those tires right on my car. That would be a bad day. But yay, sweet, it's doing something. It goes faster when you're not idling, but this is an easy way to do it. I'm gonna get in the other side so I can hold the brake.
Go around the front.
Because I know those tires are about to pop, and I don't want it to somehow hop the truck over these 6x6 blocks we got it. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I gotta see if that's all of them or not. All right, we've safely moved all the vehicles uphill, up in the grass, because I need to cycle this bed all the way up, all the way down several times. The tires are still in the back. I tried to lay them as flat as I could, but if they pop out, I'd rather it not just destroy a car. Chicken coop I can rebuild, workshop and all that.
I was about to say, chicken coop.
Yeah, I can fix all that. Hopefully nothing happens, and that's what I'm counting on Angela for being a spotter as well.
Okay. Go get up there in the shade. Unless you want to watch this. Come here. Right here. It's okay. Is that it?
I don't know yet. So the pump works, yay, and it's got a few little drips still, so I've tightened the bolts I can from the top, and Angela graciously volunteered to do the ones from the bottom. And the ones at the top are pretty loose, so I don't know if these things have just worked their way loose or what, but
These are all tight.
are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to check these again?
Yeah, let me get you the wrench for that. Having fun?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and we're gonna lift the bed up some. It's this, yep, that right there, push it forward. You don't have to do anything with the gas. There you go, keep going, I'll tell you when to pull it in the middle. All right, hang on just a second. Okay, never mind, that block moved. You're good, keep going.
Where's Isaac?
All right, stop. He's up there. All right, don't move. I'm gonna check that pump real quick, see if it's leaking. Alright, it leaks good. Alright, put the pump, the PTO pump out. So yeah, that one forward. There you go. And let me double check the pump and see if it's leaking before you turn it off.
Elijah.
Alright, it's not leaking. I think we got it.
Okay.
Go ahead, you just pull it all the way back to you. There you go. Take the PTO pump out. You don't have to mash the clutch to take it out. Alright. And turn the beef in the truck off. And stick it back in first gear.
Is that all it goes?
No, it goes further. Try second or third. There you go. Just in something. What'd you think? Operating your first dump truck time.
As long as I don't have to drive it.
Cool. Well guys, that's it. We fixed the PTO pump on this thing, and all it cost us was some time and 2 gallons, no, 3 gallons total of hydraulic fluid, but we had 1 gallon already, so $22, and the dump bed is fixed. No more leaks, and it works. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you guys next time on the homestead.